In this video, I'd like to talk about concentric navigation, which is happening within the rhombicuboctahedron, from which the model borrows geometry. Here is our C G flat context that spells a C major scale spelled in thirds: C, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, and a G flat major scale, also spelled in third: G flat, B flat, D flat, F, A flat, B, E flat, G flat, back to G flat. And it also features 4 dominant chords: E, G, D flat, and B flat 7, as they relate to the two tonalities, C major and G flat major. Now, we can modulate using note sharing to a F context, and here we see that by sharing those notes we obtain a new context, an FB context, and we can cycle through the cycle of fifths, going from F to B flat this time, from B flat to E flat, E flat being right here, E flat, G, B flat, D. And we can go from E flat to A flat, to D flat, and back to C, G flat. Now, another property of the model is that any notes in the model can either be itself or a flat 5 apart. I made a movie of the cycle of fifth that we just saw, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrub the cursor so that we see a little faster the process of going through the cycle of fifth. And you can see that if you focus on, for example, this note, this F here, it's either an F or a B. If you look at this note right here, it's either an A flat or a D. And you can look at all the notes that are being replaced. They are being replaced by their flat 5. That is true of all the notes in the model. Of course, here there are some notes that are not being replaced because I didn't cover the whole rhombicuboctahedron twice. Now, the last point I'd like to make in that video is that both the planar navigation and concentric navigation can be combined in a very elegant way. Shows how the model is consistent. We are looking at two contexts, C, G flat context, and we've seen in previous video how in one plane the E flat A context is naturally generated by, again, note sharing. And I'm going to show now another context in relation to the C G flat context, the G D flat context, up a fifth from C, and we are looking also at, in relation to E flat A context, the A flat D context, which is in relation to E flat down a fifth to A flat. You can also notice that this context, the G context, or D flat, has a relationship of up a fifth to the A flat context. And just as well, if I show the context down a fifth from C, F, B, and the context up a fifth from E flat to B flat, so we have E flat here, E flat A context on top here, and its up a fifth context is right here, B flat. Well, that B flat context has also a relationship up a fifth to the F context, right there. And that shows the persistence of the model. You see how both planar navigation and concentric navigation really fits very well together. Again, you can go from C down a fifth to F. Here's the F context. Down a fifth to B flat, which is a planar relationship. B flat being here, B flat E, and then from B flat you go in a concentric fashion to E flat, right here, E flat A, which is the relative of C in one plane. So the takeaway here is that not only those contexts are in relationship down a fifth, up a fifth, but also that there are 12 keys here, all tightly packed together.